Now let's revisit the mind of the African and the African American. Drop out. Be, be, king. All right. Um, first, let's deal with. First, I want to say both sides got to go do some research on each other. You see what I'm saying? Because we going to deal with, what's said on both sides. And then at the end, I'm going to tell you how we can, come to a better conclusion and a better resolution for these problems. Okay? So let's deal with the African American first. So you dealing, with a person that feel like everything been taken away from him. You see, so you dealing with a person that mentality feel like his back against the wall, don't nobody love him, and he done been taught against his own homeland. See, in America, they teach blacks in America, y'all better not go to Africa. They don't like y'all over there. Y'all ain't African no more. They teach me. They treat you like an African, but they got you in the mind state of a European. Because of what they teach in school, they only teach that everything white is great. You see what I'm saying? And blacks is just slaves. That's it. So imagine a person his whole life, he never heard nothing good about where he come from. You see what I'm saying? He don't have the language no more. He don't have the culture. All his history, America got it, but they won't give it to him. Man, and he don't even understand that he have a history. And even the ones that understand that they got a history can't even obtain it. So you dealing with a mind. That's why, again, Killmonger in the movie had the fire in him like that. You understand what I'm saying? He had the fire in him like that. And that's who you want as a ruler at the end of the day. But like it's saying here, it says the African American, radical, militant, tired of injustice, and reactionary. Now, the reactionary part is a problem. You see, we got to be proactive, man. Because you could react and still don't get no shit done. And that's what's been happening for the last 400. Y'all could go out there and march and all that shit. Ain't none of that shit gonna change the black man situation in America, period. And so you dealing with a person that's done dealt with racism his whole life and never had an opportunity in America that he was promised. They promised the American dream. And I don't see how our forefathers and foremothers even thought they had a shot at the shit. I don't even see how they could even fix it in their mind to think that this country was going to mean them some good. They was going to get something out of it. Still ain't got nothing yet. Ain't got nothing. And so then you look right there, that's why he militant. That's why he militant. Because to be real with you, we had to restart families. So you don't know who the hell your cousin is. They took your auntie to South Carolina. They took your mama to Georgia. They took your daddy to Florida. They took your grandmama now to Boston or some shit. Okay, now y'all in 5 different fucking states, but y'all don't got no records of where your other family members went. And so, let's say the black man right there, he in Tennessee or some shit. His family spread all out. He don't know where they is. He might done heard rumors or whatnot. And a lot of times they would escape to go try to find their family. But if they couldn't escape, they would stay right there on that plantation, meet another black woman and start having kids with that one. And this happened many, many times, man. Over and over and over and over. Our forefathers had to start our families over 10, 11, 12 times. So the blacks in America be talking about what they be saying, you know, some kind of way that we some kind of different. You don't know who your cousin is. You see what I'm saying? You don't know, and then you got the name of the slave master. And so that means if your last name Brown, and whatever area you living in is probably less than 10 miles from the people that owned your family. And they name, the white people name will be Brown too. You understand what I'm saying? So you dealing with a person that don't got no identity, he don't got no culture. He landlocked majority of the time, because that's the, you know, that propaganda in his head about Africa that he done been taught in the West. So you dealing with a person. So that's why when Killmonger hit the African continent, he felt like, I'm gonna get everything that's owed to me. Even though the colonizer is the one that done that shit to both groups. And I'm gonna go to the African next. They done that to both groups. And so what it is the African American that had to create a whole nother culture. Even though we got remnants of our African culture in everything we do, but we don't realize that though. We don't realize that shit. Now the African, it said Obama-like, forgiving, super smart, in love with the colonizer. And you go to Africa, that shit true, bro. If you go there, even like when you go to reading about ancient Africa, you know, they've been too nice for too long. You understand what I'm saying? Our brothers and sisters on the continent, y'all too nice to the foreigners, man. You too, that's why I say both sides got to do some research and see what they doing right now is looking at each other in the face, which in turn is looking each other in the mirror, trying to figure out one another and shit. And so the Africans on the continent have never lived in a country where they not the dominant race. So they don't understand racism, at least on the level that we do. They don't understand because they never had to live in a racist system. They never, it's the same way. I tell my brothers and sisters from Africa, when y'all come to America, they gonna see you no different than they see us, period. And it's gonna be some shit you gonna have to deal with over here. And you know, they racial profile, and you gonna get caught up in some of that. They're just facts. And so, but when you in Africa though, they never had to deal with, so their mind state is different. They look at people as people. Over here in America, we've been taught it's black versus white. No, yeah. And black versus, and everybody else versus black. This is what we've been taught. So it's like, Dr. Clark called it the lonely nation away from home and shit for the African American. But then, you know, the African American, you know, some today, because of the internet and you know, we doing our research and whatnot, want to go back to Africa. But, you know, Africa ain't perfect either, though. Because remember, they was colonized, too. Ain't like they was peaceful. You know, them taking their people away like that. Us. It wasn't peaceful. And then, you know, the African at home is still, you know, unaware of what exactly went on in America with us. They don't actually know what exactly went on. And so that's why I say, if the black man in Africa and shit, y'all got to go do that research, because you could never understand why Killmonger act this way. You just thought he was just a radical black man, just militant. But he feel like he have nothing. And it's the only thing, that's why black America's coming to the continent today, is because all else has failed. And they feel like they really don't got no other choice. They got a choice, but it's like, why would you stay in America and they just murdering your people like that? Because one day, you know, those of us who don't got kids and those of us who do have kids, they got to grow up one day. And what you going to see a better opportunity for the kids to live a safe life away from the American paradigm. In your original homeland, you got the opportunity, but instead you going to stay here and say, well, I had to go through it. What kind of shit is that? Now, if Trayvon Martin mama could have took Trayvon to Africa and her family to Africa and just lived a regular, normal life before he got killed, they would have done that. Looking in hindsight now. So you gonna just let the babies go through the shit and then let your children or something be murdered and locked up and shit? Just because you scared to go to Africa? See, the fear is, you know, on both sides. The African think, not everybody. They think we gonna come home and try to change everything and take over and all this shit. Which is true. But you African at home, you got to be accepting of that. It's certain things that we done learn in the West that we need in Africa. Period. That we need in Africa, bro. And there's certain things y'all know about Africa that we need in the West. So what it gotta be? It gotta be some trading going on. Y'all got to start getting each other emails. Start doing videos like these. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, you will have a more worldwide audience. You see what I'm saying? A brother got on here and said they play me in Nigeria every day. You see what I'm saying? And that's what you want, because you want to reach both sides. See, you got majority of the people in the African Americans in America, whatnot, they feel like Killmonger. But then you got another group that done turned into a whole nother people that just done gave up totally. And you know, I deals with that. And so to me, they don't even fucking exist. I don't even, when I talk about black people, I don't even talk about them, because they a whole nother people. So I ain't got time to worry about no whole nother other people. So what can we do to change the parameters of I would say confusion? Because you know, some of the African Americans, oh man, the Africans don't like us. The Africans don't like us. And then you ask them about, what name of African? What African? What Africans you know? I don't know, man. They just don't like us. See, they done been taught in America that, you know, they don't, you know, the African at home don't like us and don't want us to come back and shit like that. And so, but they never met an African before. But you never met an African before. And so what did they do? When they see an African from the continent in America, they don't go and talk to them. Why? Because they automatically think that our brothers and sisters don't like us. When that's so farthest from the truth. Every time I see a brother and sister from the continent, I'm immediately coming to talk to you. I don't give a damn if I know you. If I just hear you speak and I hear them beautiful African words coming off your lips, I'm cutting everybody off. Hey, what part of Africa you from? I'm going to be right there. And I'm talking about, I can see it in the grocery store. I'm walking up to your way. And I'm going to get your number because I want to talk to you. You understand what I'm saying? That's how I always done been being. For real. And, you know, and so when the African brothers from the continent meet me, they be like, damn, I ain't never met nobody like you, bro. Like my best friend Babu, he ended up passing away over here in America. And I told y'all about that. I'll tell y'all about that again on a later day. But he was from Kenya. And that was the first thing that he said after he heard me talking. He was like, damn, bro. He's like, damn, you know more about Africa than I do. I was like, I know. You know what I'm saying? Because I know the mind state of the African at home. You see what I'm saying? I know what they done to them. Though they was born there and I wouldn't. But see, in the West, we done had the opportunity and had certain scholars like Dr. Clark and Dr. Bean bring us the information. Bring us the information. And, you know, when the internet came, it just advanced it even more. So those of us that kind of grew up around the consciousnesses or whatnot, like my uncles and them or whatnot, is Muslim. But they will always have them tapes and shit. You know, they'll make Malcolm come on, they'll make us get out the room or whatnot. But, you know, they make that, the African American think Africa's so far away. Like it's on another planet or something. You know what I'm saying? So when King get up here and say, bro, let's go to the crib right quick and regroup. I'm not saying you got to stay. Some can, whatever. But let's go and regroup. Because there's certain things that the African continent got that you can use in the West to protect yourself in America, period. And that's what Killmonger was trying to do. And the African at home don't understand our plight and don't understand what's going on. And that the same European that done that to us is the same European that's in this country now. And they in certain countries now. And then I look down there, I think it was Zimbabwe. These niggas gonna get a land back. Don't kick the white people off. And these niggas don't have the right type of agriculture skills or the right type of equipment to work the land. And so the government get the land back to the Europeans. And most of the Europeans had done moved back to Britain. Some of them had done moved to Australia. You see what I'm saying? So they had done left. This after Mugabe died. And now I seen, a couple of months ago, about a month or two ago, these niggas gonna get a land back. You see what I'm saying? We would have let the land just rest before we gave the shit back, because you gotta be sabbatical and shit when you planting and all that and digging in the ground. It's seasonal. You can't just plant on the same ground every time. This shit ain't gonna grow right. See? And that's certain skills that we done learned. And then it's easy for us to get tractors and shit in the West. We need to be sending them shits home. Niggas need to start making their own mining contracts and shit. Y'all let foreign mining companies come in there and mine all the goddamn platinum and shit up out the ground. You see what I'm saying? But combine these two mines, man, is more deadly than any nuclear weapon that they could ever create. Why? Because if the African had the mind of the African American, he would stop them motherfuckers. We don't need none of your funding. We don't need none of your aid. He would stop the motherfuckers from making weapons. See? All the metals and all the materials that it take to make guns, bombs, and tanks and all these special aircrafts that they make, they getting that shit up out the ground in Africa. So if the African had the mind of Killmonger, that's what he would try to do, say, cut them motherfuckers off. Because they done flipped it on the African and say, if we cut y'all off, y'all ain't gonna be able to survive. When in reality, it's the other way around. Check the imports and exports out of in these countries. You was in Africa. All the lines is leaving Africa, which means Africa feeding the world. And then you look at all these other countries. They don't do nothing but take. They don't do nothing but take. They don't really got shit going out. So you don't got no goddamn resources in the West. All y'all doing is taking from Africa. And you know what they'll do? They'll stamp that shit and say, this came from upstate Illinois. In reality, the coffee done came from Ethiopia or some damn where. But they done got these motherfuckers so African stupid and done say all this wicked shit about Africa. They know if they put, you know, it came from just say Tobago, I mean not Tobago, Togo or whatnot, it might not sell as good because, you know, Africa. You see what I'm saying? That, oh, well, I don't know about it. They might have Ebola on it or something. This how stupid they think. Don't know damn near 70% of the products that they consuming that's actual products and not no fake GMO shit. That shit coming up out of Africa, bro, and South America. Period. Period. What ain't coming up out of Africa is coming out of South America to feed these motherfuckers. But see, they wouldn't be able to do that if the African had the mind of the African American. See what I'm saying? The African American, only thing he need to know is how to amalgamate back into the African culture. Because that's what they got that we don't got. But us being able to have the mind state of living in racism and shit on how to cut off the foreigners, you don't need these motherfuckers. If we swap minds and shit and still keep our original thoughts and shit like that, and we build with one another, ain't nothing. And they know that. That's why they spend billions of goddamn dollars keeping black Americans and Africans away from each other. Man, when they come over here, man, they take them to states where it ain't nothing but majority Utah or some shit. Utah. Goddamn, that shit 99.9% white people. Utah. Get the fuck out of here, Utah. Nigga, get out of here. And they'll take them way the fuck over there in the middle of the goddamn United States, just like the Indians. Family, listen to me now. Them states that's in the middle of the United States is where they took the Indians to on the Trail of Tears and shit, right? And so when they bring the Africans over here, that's where they, Iowa, got the Oregon, where there ain't no black people with. Because they don't want us to be able to talk and start to trade information and then put two and two together like these motherfuckers tricking both of us. Because they tell the African in Africa, you know, they show all these commercials of America and Europe, like goddamn Europe and America with these niggas walking on streets of gold, eating steaks and shit every day, live in mansions and driving Benzes with diamonds and shit everywhere. And they make it seem like if you come to the United States, you're going to immediately have that shit. And that's what they push to them. But they push to the African American, though, y'all better not go over there. You see what I'm saying? Just to keep us separate so they can keep snatching the resources. The Chinese doing it now. The Europeans, the ones started it. And the Arabs doing it. Period. And so if we swap mind and we both keep our original thoughts, you cut the motherfucking Arabs off, the motherfucking Chinese motherfuckers off, the motherfucking Europeans and Americans and shit. You cut the motherfuckers off and cut your borders off. Watch what's gonna happen. These motherfuckers are going to famine, bro. Their economies will start collapsing and shit. That's why they killed Gaddafi. That's why they killed Gaddafi. If Gaddafi was able to bring them D-knots in that was made out of gold, it would have easily trumped the pound and the goddamn dollar. And they knew that. And so they goddamn had Hillary Clinton put a motherfucking hit out on him. It had been going to dinner with the man. Had been friends with the man. Betrayed the man. And they went in there and killed him. It was because the whole world is a script to confuse the black people of the world to keep stealing the resources. And they keep black people, no matter what you call yourself, going butting head to head. As long as they keep doing that, you will never have your eyes on the resources of Africa. You gonna fall into every trap that they set. Period. That's on both sides. And they gonna keep that shit going too. But see, it's up to you to realize what the fuck is we doing? Why we sitting here arguing? These motherfuckers getting all the gold, all the platinum, all the diamonds, all the land. And we sitting up here arguing about the Bible, the Quran, slavery, and all that dumb shit. When at this point in time, we should cut them motherfuckers off, don't accept none of they motherfucking aid. Matter of fact, don't even let no foreigners come into Africa for the next 10 years and watch how Africa prosper. The goddamn whole Africa be looking like Wakanda, bro. Facts. And tell any of them foreigners, bitch, if you can't live up under African law, there go the door. And give them an opportunity to leave. Any other way, we chopping heads, period. Okay, we gave you opportunity to leave, you gone. All right. You know what I'm saying? Shut down the borders of Africa for 10 years and let the land just grow and rest and shit and see what's going to happen. It's going to be, man, get a good couple good rains and shit. Man, there be fruits and all kind of new vegetables popping up out the ground everywhere in Africa. And these motherfuckers will be over here starving. Because what they going to do? These motherfuckers will have to, they'll start trying to invade Africa like they did the first time because they seen Mansa Musa with all their goddamn gold. This is a very important subject, family. This is a very important subject. And so, wake up on both sides. Know thy enemy. Know thyself. Period. If you don't, they're going to kill you. For those in the West, they're going to kill you. And for the African, they're going to take it all. If you don't wake up, be accepting of your brothers and sisters, which they are. But they accepting to everybody. Don't be accepting to everybody, though. Don't be accepting to everybody. Hell no, you can't own no land in Africa. Quit doing that. Quit doing that. Don't let no goddamn, don't make no more Chinese people no goddamn chiefs or no shit like that. That's stupid. They coming to colonize again. And that's why some Africans from the West, whether they from America, whether they from Jamaica, whether they from Haiti, wherever, South America, need to go home and getting our brothers and sisters ear with their information. And then what you don't got, they gonna give you the information as far as the culture and, you know, the foods and the languages and the historical sites. They gonna give you that. They know what you coming over there for. Because that's what's going to make you a whole person again. See, before I got into the, you know, finding myself and shit like that, when I, you know, at first, I never felt like a whole person until I got into this shit. And now I feel like goddamn Thanos. It gave me the confidence of 1,000 lions and shit. And now, it's like I'm immortal and shit. Like, I could do anything. Can't nobody beat me in nothing. That ain't no feeling. That's just what it is. It'll take an army, nigga, and that shit you still probably gonna lose, nigga. And see, if on both sides, if we had the mind state of me, vanquish. And one day we'll be ruling again. That's why y'all gotta come over here and deal with King, but you gotta be tough though. You gotta start to learn, man. Cause I ain't gonna take it easy on nobody when it comes to the information. So we got a lot to lose, family. We got a lot to lose. It's time to stand up. Know your history. Go start both sides. Research each other. Past, present, and goddamn future. and know thyself. Don't let them keep confusing on both sides and quit saying, yo, the Africans don't like us. Quit saying, goddamn, you know, these niggas is cotton pickers and shit. Quit with that dumb shit. Who taught you all that dumb shit? Who taught you all that dumb shit? The Europeans, nigga. The Europeans. So, wake up, family. Y'all thumb up the video. Didn't mean to go on so long, but we gonna come back to this subject. You best believe that. Drop out. King, get free or die.